Good morning, teacher and friends. Today, I would like to talk about a famous book called The Old Man and the Sea. This book was written by Ernest Hemingway. He is a very famous American writer. Many people around the world read his books. First, I will tell you some basic information about this book. The title of this book is The Old Man and the Sea. The author is Ernest Hemingway. The book was first published in 1952 by Charles Scribner's Son, a publishing company in the United States. This book has about 127 pages, but some versions may have a few more or fewer pages. The price of this book is usually about 20 ringgits to 35 ringgits depending on the edition and the bookstore. You can buy this book at bookstores like MPH bookstores and Popular bookstore. You can also buy it online from websites like Shopee. Now, I will talk about the story of the book. The story is about an old fisherman named Santiago. He lives in a small fishing village near the sea. Santiago is a kind and hardworking man. However, Santiago has not caught any fish for 84 days. Because of this, many people in the village think he is very unlucky. Some fishermen laugh at him. Santiago has a young friend named Manolin. Manolin is a boy who likes Santiago very much. The boy learns fishing from Santiago. Manolin wants to help him, but his parents tell him to work with another fisherman because Santiago is not catching fish. Even though the boy cannot fish with him anymore, he still cares about Santiago. He brings food, coffee, and fishing tools to help the old man. One day, Santiago decides to go far into the sea. He hopes to catch a big fish. He sails alone in his small boat. After some time, a very big fish bites his fishing line. The fish is a huge marlin. It is one of the biggest fish in the sea. The marlin is very strong. It pulls Santiago's boat far away into the deep ocean. Santiago holds the fish line with all his strength. He fights the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. During this time, Santiago is very tired. His hands are injured and he has little food and water. But Santiago does not give up. He talks to the fish and respects it. He believes the fish is a strong and beautiful animal. Finally, after a long struggle, Santiago catches the marlin. It is one of the biggest fish he has ever seen. He ties the fish to the side of his boat and starts to sail back home. However, on the way home, sharks smell the blood of the fish. They start to attack the marlin. Santiago tries to fight the sharks with knives and another tools. He kills some sharks, but more sharks keep coming. Slowly, the sharks eat the meat of the marlin. When Santiago finally arrives at the village, only the skeleton of the fish is left. Santiago is very tired, so he goes back to his small house and sleeps. The next morning, the villagers see the huge skeleton of the marlin. They are surprised because the fish is very big. Now, they understand how hard Santiago worked. They respect him again. Manolin also feels sad for Santiago. He promises that he will fish with Santiago again in the future. This story teaches us many important lessons. First, it teaches us never to give up. Even when Santiago had many problems, he kept trying. Second, the story teaches us about courage and determination. Santiago was alone in the sea, but he stayed strong. Third, the story teaches us about respect for nature. Santiago respects the fish and the sea. Another lesson is that success is not only about winning. Even though Santiago lost the fish, people still respect him for his hard work and bravery. In my opinion, this book is very interesting and inspiring. The story is simple, but the message is very powerful. I like this book because it teaches us to be patient, brave, and strong in difficult times. In conclusion, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway is a famous and meaningful story about an old fisherman who never gives up. I recommend this book to everyone because it has a very good lesson for life. Thank you for listening, guys. Bye!